So hi, everybody. My name is David Bennett. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a clinician and owner of the Empowered Living Institute. And we're going to talk to Ilyse tonight, who is on week 5 of the Metabolic Body Reset. And we're going to see how she's doing, what changes she's noticed, and how things are going. And we're going to specifically find out how she feels and how everything is progressing through week 5. She only has a week left. So as a little bit of background, Ilyse didn't have a lot of weight to lose. Her goal was 15 pounds. She's at about
Yeah.
13 point something right now.
Yep.
And doing great. It was those last 15 tough pounds. That's the best way to describe it, to get those down to exactly where you want to be. So, Ilyse, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you're feeling at the end of week 5?
Feeling great. Really, really great. So one thing that I noticed in the last couple of weeks is my energy has spiked. I have more energy to do the things that I want to do, even when I was working long hours. I'm sleeping better. I'm getting up earlier. So I'm a good like 5:30 wake up kind of gal. And I was slacking a little bit there a couple months ago. So I'm back at 5:30, which is great. It gives me a little more time in my day to do things that I really like to do. Clarity. I'm clearer with my thoughts. It's nice. I don't get that icky feeling anymore, which is important for me. What else? My joint.
Well, let's slow down for a second. And you talked about increased energy. So,
can you tell? I'm like, woo, let's just go.
you're going right through everything real quick.
Whoop, I'm gonna tell you all.
But so that increased energy in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, or all of the above?
I think a little bit all of the above. I know I drag in the afternoon, or I used to drag, in the afternoon. I'm not dragging anymore. So I'm seeing a spike there. But again, getting up in the morning is easier again for me, and I do stay up a little bit later, which is pretty awesome.
Great. Not tough to get out of bed. You're ready to go at 5:30.
I am. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so the better clarity of thought. So you're up, you got plenty of energy, and now it's just you're more focused.
I am more focused. I can remember the things that I need to get done during the day instead of getting to 8 o'clock at night and going, oh my God, I didn't do this, or I didn't call that person back. So, my note taking isn't that great to begin with. So
Okay.
I need it up here a little bit.
Okay. So that's a great plus. And so the other thing you talked about was less joint and muscle pain.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that.
I was dealing with a lot of joint. I have osteoarthritis. So my bones and my joint, they ache, they hurt, especially when it rains. If I do too much, I get leg cramps, and I haven't been having any of those symptoms for the last probably 3 weeks. Nothing. All gone. My hands aren't as swollen or aren't swollen anymore. In fact, I have a ring on that was my mom's, and she had these teeny tiny little fingers, and somehow it's fitting on my hand. Yeah, it is awesome. It's awesome. Really awesome. It's like a little piece of her that I can wear now. So,
and I just heard that from somebody else the other day, that all of a sudden they looked at their fingers and were like, "Hey, what happened?" Like they shrunk. Not swollen, not puffy. Yeah. So it's the little things you got to really look at. And you talk. So the inflammation, the joint pain is better. Energy's good. But you specifically, you posted some pictures of yourself a couple days ago. Showing differences and talking about your waist, your thighs, your chest, your hips, all doing better. And like I have the numbers here. Like you lost 3 inches off your waist so far. 2 inches off your thighs, 1.75 inches off of your chest, your hips 3.75, and around your neck 1 inch. And
how cool is that? I didn't know you could lose that much off of the neck.
Well, and you said that when you were talking to me about you lost that chin
Yeah,
that was there that you thought was going to be there for ever.
I really did. And every now and then I find myself like just making sure that it's still not coming back. Like I'm driving in my car, I'm like, nope, it's not there. Fun stuff though.
And your complexion's gotten better?
Yeah, I'm a little bit brighter. I'm not as dull. Usually when the season ends, I feel like I don't have much light here. Sorry about that. But I usually start to feel like I get gray, just because the sun's not out, and I'm not feeling that this end of the summer, which is kind of fun for me.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, I just want to, if you are watching on Facebook Live, if you just want to say hello, hi Kim. I got to say hi to my wife. She's watching us, and just want to, if you have a question, please type it in. We'll be happy to try to answer it before we get off. But talk about some cravings. If you do you crave dairy, because dairy is not allowed.
Right. Right. I used to. I was not a big dairy eater. It didn't sit with me very well. But creamer in my coffee, that was the. I know we all say, right. We all go, what? No creamer.
Did you really like coffee, or did you really like cream?
I think it was the mixture of both, but the creamer was it was just a habit for me. So as soon as I started this, I knocked the creamer out, and I knocked all of dairy out.
Right.
Cheese, nothing. I don't miss it. I don't want it. I don't even think about it. I drink black coffee now. Sometimes I don't even drink coffee. I'll have tea, but yeah, absolutely no cravings for dairy at all, which to me is so surprising. It's something that was just part of our everyday life, and it's gone, and I don't miss it.
It becomes more of a habit versus a need
Yeah.
it or want it. It's just, this is what I've been doing for 20 years, and I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Uh, and for those who don't know about the Metabolic Body Reset, there's no dairy on it, and there is no sugar on it. I say no sugar in the form of anything but fruit. Fruit is allowed. So how have your sugar cravings been?
None.
Great.
None. I think the first week we had birthdays, and we had, people bringing things into the house, and I'm get them out. But after probably the first week and a half, it didn't even bother me. It could come in front of me, and I just didn't want it. And I think that I attribute that to a lot because I started to see the changes in my body. Absolutely. And how I felt. And that was more important than, grabbing that little piece of cake or whatever it was that somebody was waving in front of me.
When you start to see the pant size change or the pants start to fit differently, you're like, yes, let's keep going with this.
I thought I was going to be where I was forever. I thought this was just my weight. This is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to not, be stuck with. And I've seen the change in my body shape, back fat's gone. Like, this sounds kind of weird, but you just see a shape that you haven't seen in a really long time. And that's really awesome, I think. So just keeps me going.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. I mean, I'm going to be the next Facebook Live interviewing myself because
I'll interview you.
There you go. That might actually work the best. Yeah, because it is when you start to see the clothing changes and the options, and it's wonderful. But you're doing a phenomenal job, and I'm going to ask you a hard question. Is it hard?
Yeah, it's hard. I think it was hard in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But the amount of food that you can eat, because you can have salad, you can have lettuce, and you can have tomatoes, and you can have mushrooms and red eye, like these things. So you could make what you think looks little into something that's humongous that you can't possibly eat all of in one meal. Yep. And it's a lifestyle change. It's I'm feeding my body the best foods that they can possibly have for all of that energy, and that was a great bump for me. just just to not have all the junk.
Yeah.
So it's taught me it really has taught me so much. Does it get hard sometimes when you're somewhere and people are doing what they, just eating, drinking? Of course it's difficult. But if you turn around and you walk away and you may sneak yourself into a mirror somewhere, you can say it's all worth it. It's all absolutely worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you're doing a great job. I mean, you're almost there. You're almost finished with the 6 weeks, and then we'll go into the maintenance phase.
Yeah.
And that will allow us to reintroduce some things and see how you feel, really, as we reintroduce those things to see, okay, I really want creamer in my coffee. Let's reintroduce that. And all of a sudden you start to get those finger aches and puffiness back.
Right.
We know exactly where the cause is at that point. So,
and I'm so excited about that piece of it, because you get to see what your body just doesn't want. And I like that. We're so individualized, and we are all so different. So what I might be okay with, somebody else won't be, and vice versa. So I think that's really an important piece of that, is to learn your body. But I just want to give you guys a big shout out, because with the support, and we have a Facebook page, or Facebook group, I should say, and that's hugely inspirational. We just get to go back and forth, see some awesome recipes that you may not have thought of. So thank you everybody on that page.
And it's a great spot for camaraderie. And what Ilyse is talking about is there is a Facebook group that you cannot find. I'm the only person who can add somebody to it. It's only people who have done the metabolic body reset, or people who are doing the metabolic body reset. Exchange ideas. How you feeling today? How you doing? I tried this recipe. I tried that recipe. And it's just the camaraderie. And, we play a little game that every 5 pounds you lose, you get to post a picture of a bell ringing. It's nice to see 10 people that you've never met all happy about it.
Yeah. Getting excited. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, here's one question I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Anybody notice anything? Has said anything to you, saying like, hey, wait, your face looks thinner, or anything like that?
Yeah, people that I haven't seen, because I think I'm dressing different than I'm like a sweatshirt, pants, like kind of gal, floppy clothes. You know what I mean? Like it was, and now I'm I'll throw on, I might wear my yoga pants out with a t-shirt, which I would never do in the past, but now I am. Or, I might wear a short sleeve shirt or a tank top, which I never did in the past. And people are like, oh my gosh, wow, or they'll say, yeah, you're not that old. You look great. So that's like a big boom. I'm like, yay. Fun stuff.
Yeah, and it's a nice boost. And it's funny because a lot of times you'll see people looking at you, and they'll know something's different, but they don't want to come right forward and say, hey, did you lose weight? Because if you say no, then they're going to be like, all taken aback, and okay,
right.
Put in my mouth. But yeah,
right.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome feeling when somebody says that to you, and you're getting to the point where you're hitting your goals and everything's moving right along, and people are seeing all of a sudden, wait, Ilyse has got a ton more energy, and she's when we're talking, she's right on point, everything like that. And it comes through. It comes through. Is there anything else you would like to add before we sum this up? And
wow, just like a huge thank you. This has been such a great opportunity. And I think it's, we always say, who's this good for, right? Like who should try? I think anybody, whether it's 5 pounds, 10 pounds, or 20 pounds, it's a really great opportunity to learn how to eat healthier, and how to feel better about yourself. And that's what I'm taking away hugely from this. So
there's probably a lot of carryover effect to your family as well, because
oh my gosh, yeah.
You're cooking. I don't know if you cook one meal or you cook 2 meals a day. You know what I mean? But do they eat something different or from what you eat?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Usually they don't. I usually make my meals on Sunday for my lunches.
Okay.
So they're doing their own thing with school. Dinners, we all cook together. We'll cook together and eat together. I will eat differently. then we eat the same foods, but what I eat is a little bit different than what they might plop on their plate.
A little more quantity for the kids, and yeah.
Right.
Their metabolism is burning through everything very, very quickly.
Right, which is great. And I have two other adults, my living here, so they have their own free range in the grocery store sometimes, and I'm like, guys, you got to stop bringing that stuff into the house. So we have a little bit more work to do there, but we're getting there.
Right, but anything that they see, people take it in and say, oh,
Yeah.
She's eating that. That actually looks pretty good. Maybe I'll try it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great feeling when you can pass it on.
We definitely had those moments. So that was
great. So I just want to say congratulations, and we'll try to follow up with you again, maybe do a Facebook Live in about a week and a half when everything's finished. We get those final measurements, the final numbers in. But I wanted to tell people, if you're interested in the Empowered Living Metabolic Body Reset, I will post a link below to the webpage for it, where you can read some more information and you can ask for more information. But I will also post a link in the comments that will allow you to set up a 15-minute phone call with me to talk about whether the Metabolic Body Reset would be the right thing for you. And a fit for you and your lifestyle and your goals. So again, the final thing I want to say is the joy of the internet. We can also do this remotely. People don't have to come into the office. We do it with people over Zoom conferences and video conferences. Spreadsheets and measurements, and the joys of the internet allow us to do it that way. So if you're not near our office in Willow Grove or in the Lehigh Valley, that's not a big deal. We can work around that and still get you where you want to go. So
awesome.
Thank you very much, Ilyse. And
thank you.
Everybody have a great night. And we'll talk to you again.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.